Hey, whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Gray Version Season 3. Today we are picking up with the NU tier and doing a rival battle. Starting off this week, we are up against rival Pocket Flygon, Saphira. My misnamed shiny Tyrantrum goes down there. I do think I fixed her name midweek, but it took me a couple battles to realize. Benji, then, my shiny Arcanine up against Flygon's shiny Arcanine. Pretty much everybody on my team, except for Saphira, should be pretty familiar to you guys. We've got Glinda here, obviously. Oleander, the Gloom, evolved into a Vileplume this week. And then a couple of returners from the Little Cup days. We've got Charlotte the Arachnid, and Araquanid, and Benji the Arcanine. Both members who were on my team back in Little Cup. And then the ever-present LOL is on the team, been on the team for a couple of tiers now, and so shouldn't be too surprising there. But yeah, so a lot of familiar faces on the team this week. Only one, new member, obviously Pokemon Evolve and things like that. I haven't used Benji the Arcanine before, but used Benji the Growlithe. So yeah, a lot of good returners here this week. We got Arcanine on Arcanine going again. The extreme speed not enough. 1 HP on Duke hangs on, but then does go down to the recoil damage there. Oleander up against Danger Zone, the shiny Magneton. Wow. I had Zone and Might. I did not have Magneton for whatever reason. But yeah, there we go. Starting off the week strong. I was actually looking at the spreadsheet. I don't think I've won a single first battle of the week. Doesn't matter who it is. I always lose the first battle of the week. So incentive to get in here early and to get your battles going, because you're guaranteed win, apparently. But thank you so much, Rival Pocket Flygon. I greatly appreciate your participation this week and jumping in here early. All right, guys, let's see what our next rival has in store for us, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we are up against rival Coban, and Charlotte comes out, gets faked out by the Toxicroak. Going to be able to get the sticky webs up and then switch into Oleander, expecting something that Oleander can resist, because there's pretty much nothing that Rascal has that Oleander will be worried about. Throw up the Leech Seed, expecting the Toxicroak there, but the Grass-type Delmise is immune. The Sludge Bomb doesn't do a ton because Ghost resists poison, so Oleander is going to come on out. The Rapid Spin comes up and gets rid of the sticky webs that Charlotte put down. The Knockoff comes out. Expected the switch there, but figured Knockoff was my best bet anyway. Get rid of somebody's item at least. Oleander comes in knowing that the Toxicroak really doesn't have much for us here. The Strength Sap, lowering the attack of that thing and getting Oleander back up to full health. Get the Leech Seed going, and then going to switch on out in the face of Sensei. Saphira comes back out once more time. I'm going to force out the Orangutangu, throws up that Dragon Claw, and going to take down a couple of Pokemon here. Saphira taking a hard Giga Drain. Scurvy going to get a little bit of health back, but going to be able to bounce back with the Dragon Claw here and take it down, at which point Rosie, the Rimbomb Bee, comes in, throws Charlotte out. Low in health, just kind of the sacrifice play there. I switched in Benji, and then I immediately realized, oh, that was dumb. I should have brought in Oleander. So I went ahead and did that. Oleander took a hard Quiver Dance Bug Buzz. But I think the Life Orb damage on the Rimbomb Bee must have been what took it down. So that worked out nicely for us. Lol going to take a hard Hyper Beam and then get a good knockoff on the Orangutangu. At which point, then it's going to have to recharge. So we're going to get a free kill there from Lol. Then Echoes, I believe, yeah, this is Codeman's starter here. Timpole is evolved, and the knockoff, get rid of those leftovers at least. We got Bulk on Bulk here. The Drain Punch not doing amazing. Unfortunately for us, Oleander is already dead, and I don't actually have anything. This week we went back to Bulky. I don't know if it happened this week or if it was something we did last week and it's carried over, but we're still bringing Bulky Glinda this week, so we didn't have Giga Drain on her. When I do attacking, I think she generally has Psychic, Fairy, Fire, and Grass or something going on. But no such luck this week, so I just kind of had to chip away. And down goes Echoes finally, and we defeat Rival Codeman in our NU battle this week. So thank you so much, Rival Codeman, for participating. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next one, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we are. Battle up against Rival Mac, and Mac comes out strong, takes out Charlotte in one go. Just goes ahead and finishes it off. I bring in Sahira, and she gets a couple of good head smashes off and finishes off the Poltergeist. At which point, or Golurk, Poltergeist. It knows. Well, we had a lot of Pokemon using Poltergeist this week, but no, I don't think we saw any Poltergeists out there. Oleander gonna come out quickly in the face of the switched in Talonflame. Benji going to take that U-turn like a boss and then take a hard snipe shot and go down to the Inteleon. Oleander then comes in, takes a hard air slash. Gonna get the strength sap up, lowering the attack stat and healing up as best we can. That hard ice beam going to do some good damage, and then the Giga Drain gonna be allowing us to finish off the Inteleon. So down goes Inteleon. At which point the Talonflame comes back in, goes for the Roost. I stay in because I think with Inteleon down, I don't really need Oleander anymore. They decide to switch out the Talonflame with the Leech Seed there, and we get a good free couple Sludge Bombs up on the Exeggutor, allowing us to take that Pokemon out. At which point Beats by Dre comes in, we get the Leech Seed going, gonna heal us back up a little bit, but gonna then go down to Boom Burst, so Oleander doing some good work. Lol then comes in for the Boom Burst, throws up that Drain Punch, gonna heal back up a little bit. The leftovers and the Leech Seed get us out of the range of Boom Burst once again, and then the final Drain Punch gonna finish off the Exploud. Talonflame then comes back in, finishing off Lol with the Brave Bird, at which point Tyrantrum comes in, takes a hard Flare Blitz, but does nothing, and then the Head Smash gonna finish off the Talonflame there. Switch into Glinda. I believe I was running Choice Band on Tyrantrum, so I wanted to switch out, just sacrifice playing Glinda. Figured I'd let her do whatever she can. We get the special defense lower, which is nice, but not much else going on here. Really, Glinda's only in order to get me the opportunity to switch the move on Saphira. Come in with the Earthquake and finish off Max Starter, who evolved this week into Caparaja. So, thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Mac. I greatly appreciate it. Appreciate you getting in here, building a team, and doing a battle. And let's see who else did such things as well this week. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we are up against Rival Klungar, and Klungar leads off with his Starmie. I go ahead with the Leech Life on Charlotte and finish off Starmie in one hit. Didn't want Starmie rapid spinning away my sticky webs there, so wanted to take care of that before we bothered putting anything down. Oleander going to get the hard Strength Sap up. Really helpful move. Healing us and lowering the attack. Going to get the Leech Seed up and then switch out in the face of Gwanda. Gwanda is going to do a hard knockoff there, getting rid of Benji's Choice Band, taking some Leech Seed damage and such. The Extreme Speed no longer boosted by the Choice Band, going to do a little bit less damage, and then it's going to switch out so that my Extreme Speed here now is doing nothing. The Flare Blitz does good damage though, considering we don't have the Choice Band on, and then a final Flare Blitz there takes Benji down, but also is going to take down the Salazzle, so works for me. Scrafty then going to come in. Klungar switches into Sylveon, knowing that Lol really doesn't have much with Sylveon. Sometimes Scrafties can run Poison Jab and stuff, but that's not what's happening here. Charlotte then goes down. Oleander comes in. I'm going to take a hard Mystical Fire from the Sylveon, lowering my special attack stat, which is not great. Oleander then going to go down to the next Mystical Fire, and Glinda then comes in, takes a hard Shadow Ball, gonna throw up the Psychic, which does nothing against the bulky Sylveon here, and the final Shadow Ball gonna finish off, at which point Saphira comes in, throws up the Head Smash, and able to finish off the Sylveon. I was like, alright, I didn't want to send my Dragon out against against the Fairy, but that's kind of where we're at now. Locked into Head Smash at this point, able to do good enough damage to Klungar's remaining Pokemon, break through the bulk of some, chip away at the remaining health of others. Lol then switches in. Once again, we got a Caparaja here, so I know that the rock moves aren't going to do great, so I want to at least get the chance to switch Saphira's move. So Lol going to come in and do some work in the meantime, just kind of doing what she can while she's here. And I honestly don't think, I don't think Saphira's even going to have to come back in. I think Lol's going to finish this with another Drain Punch here, and that'll be the battle. So Thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Klungar. I greatly appreciate your continued support week to week. And yeah, we've got 4 more battles to get through. We're only at the halfway point, so let's jump into the next one, shall we? Here we go. Alright guys, here we are up against Rival Espresso Cat, and they lead off with Wheezing, throwing up the Toxic Spikes as we throw up our Sticky Webs. The Liquidation doing pretty good damage to the physically defensive Wheezing. The Pain Split getting it some health back, but then we get a good damage roll on the next one and finish off the Wheezing in 1 hit. Saphira then gonna come in, Sylveon comes in, and just doing the stab head smashes again. That seemed to work out pretty well for us this week. Not much could really stand up to a Choice Banded head smash from Tyrantrum, so good to know. Malamar switches out, even with the boost there, bringing in the Dragalge. Dragalge is going to throw up the Gunk Shot on Glinda. Thankfully for us, Glinda is not yet a fairy type, so Glinda survives that pretty well. The Psychic not doing much against the Quagsire. Not a fan of Quagsires. Quagsire throws up the Earthquake. Glinda heals up with the rest. We do get a good roll and get a Psychic off with the Sleep Talk. I think in the previous battle where we tried resting, well, I guess right there, we had a couple of rolls this week where we just tried to rest while we were already resting, and that didn't work out great. This does not appear to be a super stally Quagsire and is going to go down. Glinda then goes down. Saphira comes back in. Oh yeah, her name's spelled right now. So I guess this is where we made the switch. Saphira's got her proper spelling there. Benji comes in when Saphira goes down to the Aerodactyl. The Ancient Power not going to do a ton, and Benji able to come in with the Wild Charge and finish off the Aerodactyl there. Benji going to go down to the poison damage though, but able to get that thing off the field, so that works out nicely. Oleander then switches in, gets the Leech Seed up. Going to take a hard Gunk Shot, and then Malamar's going to switch in. Get to Giga Drain, not really doing a ton there, and then Malamar's going to come out with a Psycho Cut. Oleander's going to survive that. We get the Leech Seed set up so that even if this Malamar starts boosting itself like it does here, at least we'll be getting some chip damage done on it, which is fantastic. And Oleander, I think, just hanging out at this point. The rocks are on the field, so I really don't want to do a ton of switching. So we're just going for it. We got the Effect Spore. Put the Malamar to sleep there, which was very, very nice. I think we had the Effect Spore on Oleander come into effect a couple of times this week, which was kind of nice. Oleander gets Dragon-tailed out, or Araquanid comes in. The Leech Life not doing a ton, and the Poison Point getting Charlotte poison there. Leech Seed continuing to chip away now that Malamar's gone. No switching out for it. And down is going to go the Dragalge, giving us the victory over Rival Espresso Cat. So, thank you so much for participating this week, Espresso Cat. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into our next battle, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we are up against Rival Scad, and Andromeda the Starmie comes in and does hard damage up against Saphira. Saphira then gonna switch out. Tyrantrum was too useful for me in other battles this week, so I was like, oh man, she's already almost dead. Don't really want to go into the battle doing that, so I got her out of there, expecting that hopefully she'll be able to be fast enough to do something next time she's able to switch in before she goes down. The Rapid Spin comes in from the Delmise once again, but the Flare Blitz going to take it down. Benzie taking hard recoil damage from that. Glinda going to come in the face of the Quasar there. The Psychic does nothing. This thing does have 2 times boosted special defense. Unfortunately, Tyrantrum not fast enough to accomplish anything there before going down. Benji switching in and going to get the Wild Charge, finishing off the Xatu, which is fantastic. At which point switches back out. Wall comes in the face of the Rowlet Decidueye. There it is. It's been a while since I played Pokemon. Alright, Oleander is up against Scad's starter Nebula here. Gets a hard Shadow Bomb and finishes off. Unfortunately for her, her starter is a fairy type already, I think, so that works out for us. Comet comes in with the 2 times attack. We are able to get the Strength Sap and lowering the attack a little bit and healing us up, getting the Sludge Bombs thrown up. Again, not super effective. Ghost type is not immune, but resists the poison type. Get the knockoff on the Sylveon. Sylveon coming in. Scad specifically brought some bulk this week that LOL, our Scrafty, would not be able to contest her on, which was probably a smart move on her behalf. Her last 2 battles previous weeks have come down to her bulky Pokemon versus my bulky Pokemon, and my bulky Pokemon has been LOL both weeks. So she's sick of ending up 1v1 versus LOL there. Now we've got Comet v LOL, so we are 1v1 v LOL, but it's not much of a competition this week. Not enough bulk on the Decidueye side, and Decidueye being weak to our typing didn't really give it much of a chance. So LOL, once again, hand-sched defeat. I think I promised her that LOL is going to remain on my team until she is able to defeat her. So you guys can look forward to many more appearances from LOL, I think. Oh, shade. No, but thank you so much, Rival Scan, for participating this week. I greatly appreciate it. We got 2 more battles to get to, so let's move right along to those, but I appreciate you greatly. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, guys, and here we are up against Rival Shunosaurus. Shun leads off with Quetz, the Aerodactyl. Saphira falls for the taunt, but I was not really going for a taunt here anyway. I figured with Charlotte on the team that the expectation would be that I would lead with Charlotte, and Shun's got a couple of Pokemon here that can handle Charlotte pretty well, so I didn't want to go that predictable route, so decided to lead off with Saphira. Oleander up against another Toxicroak here, Zitz, who I believe is Shun's starter this season. Oleander gets the Strength Sap up as she does, switches into the Sceptile, who is immune to the Leech Seed. We go ahead and throw up the Sludge Bomb. He's got a berry ready for that. Came ready for Oleander this week, but Oleander able to survive long enough to finish off the Sceptile. Solar Powered finishing off Oleander there. LOL coming in and throwing up the Drain Punch. Shun, I forgot about this. Yeah, Shun went for some interesting strategy. Shun tried to do a Rain Team, so set up a Rain Dance a couple of times here. Charlotte comes in and is going to set up the webs at this point in the battle. Seems pretty safe with what he's got left to be able to bring in Charlotte. Taking a hard Hurricane there, but the Liquidation in the rain, we also got a crit, which I'm sure helped. Able to finish off the Cramorant this time around. Charlotte, unfortunately, cannot make use of her best moves because this thing is running Dry Skin, as I think we'll see here in just a second, because the rain is actually going to heal it up. Yep, there we go. Glinda comes in and able to finish off the Toxicroak, and then his last Pokemon is Poliwrath, who is able to finish off Glinda, but then Charlotte comes back in, gonna take a hard Liquidation, throw up a Liquidation of her own, does more than half damage to the Poliwrath, and able to outspeed on the next turn thanks to the webs, and land another one. So yeah, not a lot of strategy generally gets thrown around in these battles, so it was interesting to see kind of a rain team come out here. That was fun, especially the way it worked in tandem with like his starter's ability and things like that. Not a normal rain Pokemon, but hey, you can get a little bit of chip healing there. That was fun. So thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Shunosaurus. I greatly appreciate it. We've got one more battle, so let's see how that went, and then we'll look at what we're going to be doing next week. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, and our final battle for the week is up against Update, and Rival Update leads off with Randy the Gigalith. Gonna force out Saphira there. No, I led off with Charlotte, I guess. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, I was looking at his Pokemon, not mine. Charlotte gonna go down to the Rock Blast there. We are able to get our webs up. Dweeb then switching in. Oleander going to get a Giga Drain off there and take an X-Scissor. Thanks to the poison typing, that's not going to do a ton. Get the Leech Seed up as Dweeb starts smashing. And then we just throw up the Giga Drain, and now that it's lowered its defenses for us, we're able to get right through there. Randy comes back in, setting up the Sandstream. Gonna go down to another Giga Drain from Oleander. Cat and Tim then switches in. Gonna take a Sludge Bomb. These Delmises have been pretty adept at withstanding Oleander's Sludge Bombs thus far this week. So I think we're probably, yeah, we switch on out. Benji comes in with the Intimidate. We get hit with the Poltergeist, and then Benji's going to throw up the Flare Blitz, finishing off the Delmise. At which point, Update is going to send out Xatu. Had some trouble with some Xatus this week, but not this one. Benji just goes for it. And then Saphira comes in with the Head Smash, and the Head Smash, and it finishes off Update's starter there, and down goes Rival Update. So we had a pretty good week this week. We had our traditional loss of the first battle of the week. Flygon took that honor this week. But especially for a week where like we each pretty much got to build whatever we wanted. Like on the gym teams, like obviously, like I did much worse. I did really bad last week. I think I only won like 30% of my battles last week or something. Probably it was slightly higher than that. But yeah, I was surprised with how good I was able to do this week. Not humble bragging, but just like I was legitimately surprised when you guys could build whatever you wanted that I was able to do as good as I did, because I'm not really good at this. And it seems like even when you guys are locked into a specific theme, I try not to be overpowered. You know, I don't bring a team of fighting types into the normal gym or whatever, but still, I would expect to do better on a week like that versus a week like this, especially because like it seems like the first week in any new tier is always bad for me too. But yeah, I was surprised that I did so good this week considering how much you guys kicked my butt with a normal type gym last week or whatever it was. So, whoo! But yeah, thank you guys, all my rivals, for showing up this week, and for participating week in and week out. Let's jump over to the spreadsheet now, shall we? And see what you guys will be doing next week. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, and here we are looking at the spreadsheet. Now, obviously, we are a little late. I think this episode's probably going to come out Sunday at some point, maybe. Maybe not till Monday. I guess we'll see. I'm going to hope to get it out Sunday. It's Saturday night as I record this, so I'm not really sure what my timing is going to look like. But anyway, the fact that this is coming out a little late, I have already pre-rolled this and put the information in the Discord so that people who are participating will have a little bit of a chance to build some teams before battle window starts. But we get a lot more views than we have participants. So obviously there are people who are watching who are maybe not in the Discord and did not see it. So for everybody's edification, we are doing our NU gym battle this week. As we said before, we're only really doing 2 weeks per tier for the most part. And so we just did our rival battle in NU, which means it's time for our NU gym. And so we randomized 1 through 18, and we got number 2. So we're going to be doing a NU fire type gym this coming week. So yeah, if you're a participant or you would like to participate, put together an NU fire type themed team. And I look forward to battling you guys this week. If you would like to jump in at this point, you have not participated up to this point, but it's been fun. You've been watching it. We've got a lot of people who are watching who aren't participating. So feel free. As always, links in the description down below to get to the Pokemon Showdown Battle Simulator that we used for all of these battles, as well as the Discord where I communicate information and you let me know when you're ready for a battle. That's the only way to get a hold of me to do a battle, so you got to join our Discord. Links for both the Battle Simulator and the Discord are in the description down below, so check those out. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what our regular participants and any potential newcomers put together for the NU Fire-type themed gym, and I will see you guys all back here next week. Alrighty, guys, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I will see you all back here next time. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.